everyone, my name is Michaela, Cinematic Stitches here on YouTube, and welcome to my channel all about cross stitch. I hope you are all doing very well. I am doing great. I'm just chilling here on the weekend, getting ready to film a video for y'all. It is April 20th today, and yeah, it's been 3 weeks since my last video. Figured it was time for an update. It's not a huge one, just as a warning. I kind of lost my stitchy bug at the beginning of the month. I was not feeling it at all. Work was just a little crazy, so we didn't get a ton done, but that's okay. I still have some things to show you. I actually have a finish, not a project you have seen before. It was a start and a finish because it was a gift for a coworker. I have a new start and I have 2 whips. So it's gonna be really quick. But I thought, why not? Let's film a video. Let's talk about it. Let's have some fun. So I hope you all have some stitching you can do while you're watching this. This probably is not going to be a super long video. I hope you have your favorite beverage. I have nothing. I did not bring any water over here, which is not great because my allergies have been like really assaulting me recently. And I'm like, just dry, you know, your throat's dry. Should I get some water? No, we're not going to get water. We're just going to go for it. And I'm not going to cut this out because I don't feel like editing a lot today. Wait, okay, first off, let's appreciate the hair. I just did this morning. Well, I didn't do it. My hairstylist did. Because we went shorter. I got the brown here. We don't bleach. I bleach every 12 weeks. I'm not doing that every 6 weeks. I get my hair cut every 6 weeks. It's short. You got to keep it looking cute, right? So I don't like to bleach it that often. So I had dyed it pink and she's like, oh, you know what would look really cool with this pink? If we put this like violet kind of blue thing going on. So I got like a galaxy swirl of colors and I'm into it. Just thought we'd show it off for a second. Okay. That's enough of that vanity. Let's get into things. Okay. So my first project, I actually don't have with me anymore. I'm gonna put it right here. I stitched this over the course of, I think it just took me 2 days. Yeah, I started it last Friday, finished it last Saturday, and then Sunday I like fully finished it. So mounted it and put it in a frame. This pattern is called Feed Eggs. It's from Sarbearswares on Etsy. This is a reference to one of my favorite television shows called I Think You Should Leave. It was one of my coworkers' birthdays, and he also really loves this show. And I thought this was a really cute pattern that would just make like just a cute gift. So stitched that up, and it was a lot of fun. I actually quite enjoyed it. I will say, I recharted. I don't even know if I still have it up here. Editing Michaela, is it still here? Probably not. I think I probably took it down. Anyway, I recharted the eggs because in the original pattern, the eggs looked very tubular. So I did just, I pulled up the sketch on my phone. Well, did I pull up the sketch? I pulled up a screenshot of the sketch, put it on my phone, and then traced it onto this. Can you see? This tiny like graph paper. I got this at this like amazing stationery store in Vancouver. But anyway, so I retraced the eggs to make them like, this is what they actually look like in the video. So I made them look like that. No shade to the pattern maker. It was a cute pattern. I just wanted to make them look a little more eggy. But anyway, so I made my own eggs. That I did alter the pattern ever so slightly. But Feed Eggs, that was the start and finish. That was super easy. I did that on 14 count gray Ada. I don't know who it was from. It was a gray, which was perfect because it's meant to kind of look like an old school video game screen. And yeah, just like 310 and blanc white DMC. Boom. There's a cute project. Oh, I think there were some grays in there too. Probably 02 and 04. Husker, calm down. My cat's losing it, so you might hear him crashing around right now. So anyway, that was a start and a finish. That's something. I felt really accomplished doing that because, as I said, the beginning of the month was like real slow. Like there were days where I didn't stitch, which is pretty rare for me. I usually stitch at least a portion of the day, like a couple hours when I get home at night, because I find it really relaxing. But work was so busy that I was just like, I can't do anything. I can't do this. I need to like sit on the couch and just not think about anything at all. So that's fine. I'll show you something new. How about that? I wasn't gonna start a new project, but Lola Crow released the frame of the Deadly Aquarium SAL, and folks, I just dove right in. I had the perfect fabric for it too, so I was like, I kept staring at it. I had my fabric cubby just visible from my couch, and this fabric was like sitting there visible, and I saw the pattern drop, and I kept looking at that fabric, and I'm like, it's perfect. It's perfect. Like, I'm stupid to not start the project. So for those who don't know, this is what it looks like. This is, Lola Crow does like a yearly stitch along. She's done the Haunted Library and the Greenhouse of Oddities. I have not stitched any of them. I've stitched, she also did like I can't remember what it was called, but it was like a haunted kind of Christmas decoration SAL stitch along in December. I did one of those, very cute, and I was happy to have done it, and I'm going to be doing more of those patterns at some point. But point is, I've never done one of her big stitch alongs, and quite honestly, I need another project. Like, I need a hole in the head. Like, I do not need to have done this, but I wanted to. I was sad. No, I was not sad last weekend, but last weekend I was lying around. I had my gum graft. I was just like, I want to do something new. I want to do something nice for myself. So I started the Deadly Aquarium SAL. I'm stitching it on a 28 count even weave from Witch's Garden Crafts called Mystic Falls. Ah, look at that fabric. Oh gosh, I had a bunch of thread in there. We'll put that over there. Just like, quite honestly, is this not the perfect fabric for an aquarium? I think it's gorgeous. So that's my start on it. This is where the signpost is gonna hang. And I'm just working with the 310 right now. Am I gonna keep up with this SAL? Probably not, but I'm gonna try. We have intentions, we have good intentions, but we're also trying to be realistic. So who knows? But I got a bit of a start on it. This is just one day's worth of work. I worked on this Sunday last week, I think. Look at that fabric, folks. Seriously, it's amazing. Oh my God. I love it. So, new start, Lola Crow, Deadly Aquarium stitch along. I caved. I saw other people working on it. And like this, okay, so it's like this, I put the pattern up already, but whatever. I love the fact that there's seagulls on this. I really like birds, so seagulls, so cute. How often do you get to stitch a seagull? Well, I guess for nautical patterns, maybe they show up, but... So anyway, that's my start. Will I work on this again this weekend? I don't know. We'll see. Maybe. Okay. I feel like I'm like scattered this video. If that is the viewing experience, I'm sorry about that, but that's the cards we were dealt today. Scattered brain. Okay. Whips. So, at the top of the month, okay, so I'm part of the Stitch4Pride yearly stitch along that's being put on by D's 20 Stitches. And at the top of every month, they send a new part of the pattern. And this month's pattern was from the Kiss and Tell Collective, which is a group from Vancouver that I hadn't heard of, which is really cool, because that's where I'm from. And this is the pattern. So super cute, like little Polaroids with hearts. Absolutely love it. I usually finish these at least within the first week of the month. I have with the last 3 anyway. I don't know what was going on with me. Like I said, I think it was just, I was overworked and just like burned out and tired. I got one Polaroid done. There's everything so far. The four months so far. But this is the section I was just working on. I don't know how many days I got in this. I would put like a thread in and be like, okay, I'm done. Like I'm done for the evening. I can't do it anymore. But you know, it's a Polaroid. It looks very cute. I'll finish it soon enough. The thread I'm working with here is actually the recommended DMC, which was 3805. Really nice DMC. I really like this. I actually couldn't find any super vibrant variegated pink thread in my collection. So I just decided to see if I had the DMC that Dee recommended, and I did. So we went with that. But I love that color. Like, oh, and it looks so good with my nails. Amazing. Really pops. So anyway, we're going to be working on this. I'll finish it before the next release for sure. I've been like, the sun's been rising around 6 a.m. and that's when I've been getting up, baby. Sometimes I just sort of lie around in bed and think about nothing, just stare at the ceiling. And sometimes I get up and stitch. And that's what I really should be doing because I feel like I have some pretty ambitious goals this year that I have been working towards, but I kind of want to pick up the pace on some of them. I feel like I don't really have anything that's close to a finish right now, and I'm just like, because the first 2 months of the year, like I had finished some projects that I had been working on in years previous, and I kind of want to keep that ball rolling. So we'll get there eventually. I don't need to worry. It's fine. This is a hobby. Like I don't need to like worry about my productivity the way I worry about my productivity at work. I don't worry about my productivity at work, but I want to be sure I am being productive, and I don't need that creeping into my hobby. Just say no. Just say no to that impulse. Okay. Final whip. I was really hoping I would like finish this part before I filmed, but I don't know, it just wasn't in the cards for me. So this was my first whip go call for April, and this is the Castle Homecoming SAL from Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. This SAL completed this year in February, I believe. So that's what it looks like. That's the full pattern. Last time you saw this piece, it looked like this. So I had just finished the bridge and I added the little knight, who's very cute. So this month's call was to finish a section. So the knight was actually part of, I think it's the third section, which also features a dragon. And I had hoped to finish the dragon before I film this video. He's mostly done. This is what he looks like. Isn't that so cute? Okay, wait, I have to get a cover photo. Let me pose. How do you like that? Supernatural. Anyway, there we go. Super cute. How do we like the look of that? That's super cute. So really all that's missing is I have to fill in his wing here. I need to add these spots, which are all a different type of green. And then there's some purple mushrooms I need to add. And then I have to finish off this like roasted marshmallow stick. That's about it. I think like I could probably do this in 1 to 2 days, depending on how quickly I move. I don't know. We'll see. I do love this dragon though. He's so cute. Look how dumpy he is. Ooh. Just such a sweetie. Love it. Love it. Okay. That's it. That's all I've done in 3 weeks. Yeah, like I said, it's been a month. It's been a month. Work has been great. I don't want to have anyone thinking that it's not been great. It's been really good. It's just, there's been a lot happening. Really good stuff, but it's been it's just tiring. It's fine. It's fine. I'm back on the horse. I'm back on the stitching horse. Okay, really. So like, yeah, that's it. That's all I've touched in the past 3 weeks. Not really like me, but whatever. It is what it is. Okay. I will show you, okay, I did get some fabric from Mystic Fabrics. I'm part of their Fabric of the Month Club. I get fabric shipped to me every 2 months. And this was actually a bit of a surprise shipment because Misty over at Mystic Fabrics, realized that she had actually missed sending out the December, like 2023 fabric to the bi-monthly subscribers. So she's like, oops, I'll send that along with, was it April? No. Yeah, April's color. So I'll show you those now. First up is from December 2023, Palomino. So 2023, the fabric of the month for Mystic Fabrics was all neutrals. And this is just like a really lovely, kind of looks like sherbet to me. Like creamsicle-y, like really soft creamsicle, I guess. I don't know. The lighting is not amazing for this fabric. It's definitely kind of like parchment? A really yellowy orange parchment, but it's lovely. So that's Palomino. I'm not gonna try and shove that back in the bag. We're just gonna throw it over there. And then this, which is great because it matches the skirt I'm currently wearing, is April's color, Purple Posies. I'm gonna open this. Sorry I didn't do this beforehand. If you don't like bag sounds, bear with me for a moment. Okay, Purple Posies. Gorgeous. I love purple. It's like one of my favorite colors. Purple! Ah! Freaking love it. I don't know what I'm gonna put on it, but I don't even care. I could wear it. I love it so much. Okay, Purple Posies. That's haul, y'all. Let's talk about plants. How about we talk about plants? 17 minutes, flying through this video, flying through it. Okay, plans. My plans are to finish those 2 projects I just showed you. So I want to finish the April release for These 20 Stitches, the Stitch4Pride SAL. And I want to finish the dragon in the Castle Homecoming SAL as well. I'm working on a lot of SALs apparently. Stitch-alongs. Once I'm done those, I'm going to be, so I want to focus on 2 projects in particular, pardon me, tripping over my words. 2 projects in particular. The first is my second Whip Go call of this month, and that is Hawk Run at Halloween Hollow. Nope, that's not what it's called. Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. It's fine. We're not going to take it out. I'm going to be working on that. So I have that scheduled to work on for 7 days. So I'm just going to like, starting tomorrow through to next Saturday, I'm just going to focus on that. Probably use the mornings to keep working on my Stitch4Pride. And I should get that finished soon. But yeah, I really want to get 7 days in. So this is where I was last time. I really want to finish this second block that I'm in. And I think I should be able to do that in a week. And even if I get close and I've been working on it for a week, I think I'm just going to work on it until it's done. So yeah, I would just love to finish that second block because I guess I should be calling it a stretch goal. My goal for this year is to finish the full top row of that project, and there are 4 blocks in the top row, and each block is like 92 by 92, I think. It's slightly more than 90 by 90. They're really big squares. So yeah, I want to finish that. And then at the very end of the month for a full week, so going into May, how is it almost May? I don't know. This year's flying by. But so the final week of April into May, I want to work on Dark Queen of the Earth because she is also a goal for a finish this year, and I have a lot of work to do on her. So I'm like, okay, let's get a full week on that character. She is a character, but you know what I mean. The project, the queen. Let's get a full week in on her. And that'll feel really good. And in the meantime, I'm probably going to be rotating between, like if I have time in the mornings or I want to work on 2 projects in a day, because sometimes I'll do that. I'll get bored on one and just switch it up. I'll be switching between her and maybe Deadly Aquarium or No Time Like the Present, which I haven't touched since last month. So, yeah, those are my plans. Pretty straightforward. May is coming up, which is shocking. I do plan to work more on my Mirabilia that I started for my birthday in May, because it's Mira May, so it would be nice to get some work on that. And also there is the Manning May Stitch Along that's put on by, oh, am I gonna remember? I gotta remember everybody. Cam Stitcher, Marjorie Maid, the Museum Stitcher, and the Seattle Stitcher, I think, are the 4 Flosstubers who put on Manning May. Anyway, they're doing that again, which is awesome, because I have not finished my Carolyn Manning project from last year. This is what that looks like currently. I literally haven't touched it since I think last summer. It's gorgeous. I love it. So I do want to put in more time on that in May. It's a possible candidate for a finish this year. I have a goal of finishing 12 projects from pre-2024. We'll see if it's possible. I keep saying that, I have so much more time this year, but part of me is like, am I gonna be able to finish them? I don't know, we'll see. But it's quite a bit of stitching in this piece, but I mean, I suppose anything's possible, really. So let's see if I can do it. Okay, that's it for plans. That's pretty much the video. I like to end my videos by talking about what I have been watching, reading, and playing. And I'll do that now. So if you were just here to listen to me talk about cross stitch, that portion is now complete and you may leave. If this was your first time here, welcome. Happy to have you. If you liked what you saw, feel free to subscribe, give the video a like, and comment below and tell me what you're working on. Did you start the Deadly Aquarium SAL? Let me know. Okay. And for those of you who are still here, let's talk about some other stuff. Let's talk about books first. So I have been reading a couple things. I finished a couple books. The first one I absolutely loved. It's a nonfiction book. It was called The Other Significant Others, and it's by an author named Rhiana Cohen. Incredible book. I've been thinking a lot about friendship and building friendships and maintaining them, especially since the pandemic. And this book was just really, it was a really beautiful ode to friendships. So the author went around and interviewed people with what we might consider an atypical friendship, in the sense that they have centered friendships in their lives. They aren't married. Their friend is their number one person. And it talks about people with all types of different relationships. You know, 2 female friends, they're both married, but their partners are very aware of the importance of this friendship and allow them the space to see each other literally every day, and they're assisting with childcare and stuff like that. And it's honestly, it's just really, really beautiful. And a direct rebuttal, I would say, to how society deems we should all be living, which is, I shouldn't say, the general overarching narrative of how one should live their life, which is you get married and that is your person, and they should be the one and only person in your life, which I think honestly does a disservice to the people we do end up marrying, because who can be someone's everything, you know? It's a lot to be. So I think friendship's incredibly important, and reading a book like this was very fortifying, and it felt so affirming, you know? So anyway, if you love friends, if you think a lot about friendship, if you want to discover other ways of living, check out The Other Significant Others. It is seriously like a really beautiful read. I loved it, and I've been recommending it to all my friends. So you should read it too. Okay, and the other thing I read, okay, this is really cute. If you have kids, I'm gonna say this is kid friendly. I don't interact with children very often, but I think this is pretty kid friendly. I don't think I saw anything truly horrifying in here. But I enjoyed it as well. It is called Rutabaga, the Adventure Chef. It's a comic, and it is so cute. By Eric, Eric Colossal. My friend gave me this for my birthday. It's seriously adorable. I love to eat. Eating's like one of my favorite things. And this is just about a chef who goes on grand adventures and like cooks his way out of situations. It's seriously so cute. Highly recommend. Adorable. If you like just like super cute, sweet comics that are funny and adorable, pick up Rutabaga the Adventure Chef. Okay, what else have I been doing? Okay, I have been watching a lot of stuff. The last time I got a gum graft, like 2 years ago, I kind of made it like a movie watching marathon. And I did the same this time around too. So in the past week, it's been 9 days. Past 9 days, I have watched 9 movies. Movie a day, pretty much. The first weekend I watched 7 movies total. I watched Asteroid City, RoboCop, Sunset Boulevard, The Toxic Avenger, After Hours, Ex Machina, Crimes of the Future, The People's Joker, and Late Night with the Devil. Pretty much all those movies were great. Good in very different ways, I will say, because The Toxic Avenger is disgusting and low budget and weird as hell, but so much fun. Of all those, I would recommend. I mean, Ex Machina is incredible. That came out in 2015, though I feel like a lot of people know about it. I really liked After Hours. That is a Martin Scorsese movie from 1985. It's about this guy who decides to like go over to a girl's apartment. She lives in a totally different part of New York than him. He takes a cab, he loses all his money, and he gets trapped in this part of town. And it's basically like the film feels like a waking nightmare. Like the anxiety just ramps up because slowly this entire neighborhood turns against this poor guy who just wants to go home. And he's just being thwarted like every opportunity. Things just keep going horribly wrong. It is funny, but it is like a very dark comedy, I would say. It's great. I really liked it. Martin Scorsese made it at a point in his career where he was feeling like he was kind of an outcast. He had just made The King of Comedy, which flopped, which I cannot understand because I watched The King of Comedy last year. And I had always heard that, like, it bombed when it came out and people didn't like it. And I'm like, oh, weird. I watched it. It's amazing. Like, it's extremely dark, but it is, like, probably one of the most accurate things I've watched about celebrity and, like, people's obsession with celebrity to this day. Like, people say this about films. It was probably ahead of its time. That's, I think, just what happened. But anyway, he had just made The King of Comedy, which flopped. They canceled his funding for The Last Temptation of Christ. This was 1984. He did eventually make that movie afterwards. No one wanted to make Gangs of New York with him, which he made later. And he was like, oh my God, like, I'm broke. No one wants to make movies with me. What do I do? So he made After Hours, and he filmed it like fast, cheap, like kind of back to his roots, like in New York, limited sets, and like, it's amazing. It's a really good movie. So I don't know. I'm saying this, I'm a really big Martin Scorsese fan. I know he's not everyone's cup of tea. I do feel like that is because there is this weird idea about what a Martin Scorsese film is. He makes a lot of different kinds of movies. He does not just make like hyper-violent gangster movies. He has made a few of those, but that's not his like whole filmography. So anyway, After Hours, loved it. Okay, I'm gonna just be talking about this for a while because this is mostly what I've been doing with my time. It's just like consuming media. I watched The People's Joker. That was amazing. Okay, this is a hyper indie movie. I say hyper indie because it's really, really small, minuscule budget, made by a director called Vera Drew. She was an editor on some, actually, I don't know if these projects are for Adult Swim, but she works with Tim Heidecker and Eric Wareheim. If anybody knows who those comedians are, they run a show called Tim and Eric, awesome show, great job, which I really like. So she's worked on some of their other projects for like YouTube, and Tim Heidecker has a show called On Cinema that she edits for. Anyway, so it has that style, like if you know like that kind of really weird alt comedy Adult Swim feel, that's what this movie has. And the whole thing is a parody of Todd Phillips' The Joker. Or is it Joker? It's just Joker, right? Todd Phillips' Joker? I think it's Joker. I didn't like Joker, so I don't really retain that much information about it. But it's a parody of that. And basically, Vera Drew is using the tale of the Joker as a way to tell her experience as a trans woman. Like, going through life, coming out, all of it. As the Joker. It's so weird. And it's so good. And it is like such a unique personal story. I was absolutely blown away. There was like a whole, I don't know if I'd call it crowdfunding, but it was like kind of like a crowd created movie in a sense. There are multiple animated sequences that are made by all these different people. It's so strange. And it's like one of the most unique pieces of media I've seen. It's currently touring. She got into some, I don't want to say rights troubles, but she got an angry letter from Warner Brothers. So she really had to make her case that it's a parody film. So there's fair use to use the characters from DC. She can use the Joker, Batman, Poison Ivy, all these characters that show up in the movie, that she's using to tell her story. I'm just gonna link the website below. It's amazing. This is not gonna be everyone's cup of tea. As I said, it's very strange. The comedy, you really gotta like a certain type of comedy to enjoy this, but I thought it was incredible. So, like I said, it's touring. It's like playing randomly in cities. It played one night here in Vancouver, and I think it might be coming back next month. And if it does, I will definitely be going again because, oh my God, it was amazing. And I honestly don't know if this is going to get distribution after it's out of its theatrical run. So anyway, People's Joker, amazing. And then the other movie I was really impressed with that I watched last night was Late Night with the Devil. That's on Shudder. It's been out in theaters for the past month. It was released on Shudder last night, and it is so good. It's about a late night host who is desperately trying to get his show higher ratings because he keeps dropping in the ranking. He's trying to beat Johnny Carson, and he conceives of the idea of having like this really over-the-top Halloween special where he has a psychic, a skeptic, and a parapsychologist who brings on her patient, Lily, who claims to be possessed by a demon. Spoiler alert, she is definitely possessed by a real demon. And the show just goes off the rails. It's filmed in a really interesting way. Like, it's as if it is like, it's kind of like sort of like a found footage film in the sense that what you watch is like apparently what audiences watched. So you get the late night show as it's filmed, and then when they cut to commercial break, you get backstage footage, and that's the movie. It is so good. It stars David I don't know how to say his name. Dastmalchian or Dastmalchian? Maybe Dastmalchian. Anyway, phenomenal. Loved it. So great. Like a great idea for a horror film. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, if you like horror, check out Late Night with the Devil. Okay. I won't talk about what I've been watching on TV. The Bear. I finally started The Bear. It's good. I understand why people like it. I'm going to keep watching it. It's stressful, so I can only watch like an episode at a time, but I like it. And I've been watching X-Men 97. Love it. X-Men was my favorite cartoon growing up. Like my absolute favorite. So X-Men 97 is really scratching that nostalgic itch, and like it's actually good, like legitimately good. The animation's really nice, and the stories are excellent. So if you like comic books, X-Men 97. And let's wrap things up, because I've been like talking about movies probably longer than I've been talking about cross-stitch, and that's not why everyone's here. Maybe some people are here for this segment. Are you here for this segment? Let me know. I'm curious. Anyway, and what have I been playing? I'm still stuck in Elden Ring, baby. It's so much fun. Yeah, I've been playing with my coworkers. We are nowhere near finished, like close to finish this game. It's a huge game, but oh my God, we're having so much fun. Yeah, that's all I've been doing. Elden Ring, nonstop, multiple nights a week. Just absolutely having a total blast at like one of the hardest games I've ever played. I would not be doing this by myself. It's way more fun co-op. If you can play this game co-op, play it co-op. That's the way to play it, in my opinion. Like it's too hard otherwise. Like unless you're a glutton for punishment. I feel like people who really like FromSoft games, the company who makes Elden Ring and Dark Souls and all these, I feel like people who really like them, like my coworkers really like them. I just think there seems to be like a drive for punishment here. I don't quite understand it. But I understand what there is to like about the games. I just can't get past like how hard it is. So I don't know if I would ever do it to myself, because I think I would just be way too stressed. But like they're gorgeous, the combat's fun. There's so many cool outfits you can wear. Like the game basically becomes a fashion show at a certain point. And the lore, which is not like immediately obvious, which is what I kind of like. You have to like really dig in. Is super cool too. So anyway, Elden Ring, loving it, still playing it. We'll definitely be playing it for a long while. You're gonna be hearing about it again and again. I'll let you know if I pick up anything new, but that's unlikely. Okay, anyway, I have talked your ears off for almost 40 minutes now, and I'm gonna leave it at that. So I hope you'll have a really good day, and yeah, I'll be back again in 3 weeks, which is what, like, I think the second weekend of May, maybe? Yeah, I think probably. Anyway, until then, I bid you adieu. Goodbye!